Alright, buddy, press conference reaction time. Erik Ten Hag talking Manchester United. We've got some interesting updates. We'll be talking about Luke Shaw, Malacia, Delete, Mazraoui, quotes, and much more. We've got team news for that ahead of the game as well. So don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And without further ado, let's get straight into it. So Erik Ten Hag gave us some team news. He talked about Luke Shaw. He said, and if Luke Shaw will be back before the next month's international break, he said, I think it's a possibility, but we can't say for 100% sure. The plan is to be back before, but it can be a short while after. Listen, we can't rely on Luke Shaw anymore. Simple as that. He might have the quality that we need, and that's brilliant. I'm sure Shaw is a fantastic player, and we've seen it from Manchester United at times, but you need players that you can rely on, and ultimately we can't do that with Luke Shaw. He's a player who's not available enough. And on his day he's fantastic, but we've criticised other players for having worse injury record, and Luke Shaw's one of them. I'm not going to really reiterate it. It's just disappointing, and that's the only thing. I think it's really difficult to kind of build a team around a player who's not going to be there half the time, and that is the real issue with Luke Shaw. So that's why he'd be a player genuinely. He's been at the club now for 10 years. I would look at letting go next summer, because listen, we have to be ruthless as a football club, and if he's not going to be available again consistently, it's just time to go. We need players who are going to play 30-40 games a season. So that's kind of the team news. Malacia, he took part in the warm-up, so he won't be in around the squad. He's slowly getting back to fitness again, similar to Luke Shaw. Wouldn't sell him yet because he's still very early on in his United career, but he has had a very big injury, and I don't think he's someone we can rely on at this current moment. I would love to say that we could, but we just simply cannot take that risk. Listen, Malacia will probably play minutes this season, but we don't know when he's going to be back. He's still slowly just getting onto grass, so it could be a few weeks. Now, obviously, Ten Hag has history with Fc Twente, and he said Erik Ten Hag, when facing the club he supports, said of all the teams, Twente is the team I follow the most. I watch them as a fan, as a supporter, not as an analyst. It's a different way of watching their games. He said, Twente bought me a lot. I was there through their academy, so a great deal of history there. He said, I would have preferred to play against someone else. It's not nice to hurt something you love. I mean, that's crazy from Ten Hag. I mean, like we haven't even hurt them there, but you can really see what he's trying to say there. And this should be a game United are dominant in. Twente are a team, listen, they're good in the Eredivisie, but the Eredivisie is totally different from the Premier League. So I'm hoping and I'm thinking that we will get the win. But yeah, obviously Ten Hag has history with them, but he's got to do business. And obviously it's a big sentimental value for Ten Hag playing FC Twente. Now he talked about the new competitions, adding more games. He said there are too many games, too many competitions. It's clear the players are overloaded. This is not good for football. Maybe it's good for the commercial. He said, as a club alone, we can't change this. It's about clubs and players and coaches. We have to work on this to improve the game, find the right balance. We are professional, and revenues have to come, but we have to balance it out. Listen, I completely get and respect what Ten Hag's saying there. I think some of the players have recently said that they are playing too many games, and that is ultimately correct. I think it's a game where you're playing every 3 days, and compared to football, you are bound to get injuries. Ultimately, there's nothing we can do to stop that, and listen, probably could happen in the future, but not now. Erik Ten Hag talked on Jamie Redknapp's criticism on Rashford. He said, I didn't understand the criticism. People are not entitled to bring speculation. If I give an explanation, they have to trust my words. That is not right. Listen, Ten Hag has massively backed Rashford. Probably one of his most important players, if you look at his whole time at Manchester United in terms of scoring goals. Erik Ten Hag sees Rashford day in, day out, and sees what he does on that training pitch. So what Erik Ten Hag says, we just have to believe. He is the manager of the club. I hope he's not going to spread his fake information. I think the Rashford criticism has been undeserved. I think just leave him alone. Let him play his football. If he obviously has a bad game, we'll analyse it and we'll talk about it. But all the constant criticism it's obviously going to have an effect on him. And ultimately, for me, I've criticised him a lot, but when it's time to criticise, you have to criticise, and when it's time to praise, you have to give praise. And that's ultimately what it's like being a football fan, especially doing this on this channel. So yeah, it is difficult, but ultimately you have to find the right balance. Erik Ten Hag talked Europa League. There are many roads to achieve our targets you want. Most difficult probably. It is the end of the knockout stage, but we don't look far ahead. We want to go game by game as a target, and it's a road we want to go. listen, United, looking at this Europa League, we should be winning it confidently. And it could be a very tough tournament. But you look at the teams in there, I think we have all that strength. You look at the players that we have, we've got some very, very top class quality players, and I do think they can cause issues for many, many squads and players. So yeah, we should be winning this game now. Mazraoui has done some quotes as well. 2 seasons playing at Bayern, I need another step based on my lot of reasons. I felt okay, but I had a feeling I could be more comfortable somewhere else. Manchester United came in. I don't think I have to explain why I go to such a club. He said it's not me who decides the fee, so I can't really say that is the negotiation between United and Bayern. It works good for me because I was not that expensive, and I made a good start, so it was easy for the fans to say that I'm good by this summer. Listen, that's kind of it. Very, very happy with what's been said throughout that press conference, and I think it was very, very eye-opening to see. These press conferences are very good because it always gives us a little bit of insight on what really is the players, especially in these Europa ones, the players' thoughts, and kind of everyone else's thoughts, manager's thoughts going into the game. So, very, very happy. United should be looking to win this game. Let me know your thoughts. If you like it, if you did enjoy, comment, subscribe if you are new. Thanks for watching. Bring on the game tomorrow. 5 things to expect. Match reaction, play ratings will be all out tomorrow. Obviously, match reaction, play ratings after the game, but 5 things to expect will be out. Or 3 things to expect. Thanks for watching. Peace.